Good morning, everyone. I hope you're ready for another amazing day here at the Lipoedema Australia conference. My name is Shelley, and I heard the word lipedema for the first time in November 2022. I was driving home from the physio after yet again injuring my back at the gym, and I was listening to the So Unladylike podcast. My friend Vanessa was interviewing Indiana Reed of Naked Curve. The topic was plastic surgery and the rise of lipedema. Indiana spoke of multiple surgeries she had had to remove lipedema fat and how it caused weight gain, bruising, and affected her legs and arms. I almost drove off the road. I knew instantly I had lipedema and I almost cried. How had I lived 48 years and never heard this word before? This sent me into a deep dive into the world of lipedema. I searched Instagram and found legs like mine everywhere. I Googled and downloaded all the information I could find. I am lucky to live on the Gold Coast and discovered lipedema surgical solutions. I made an appointment, and within 2 weeks, I knew conclusively that I had lipedema. I wasn't deformed. And I know I'm not alone in this immense feeling of relief, validation, and even empowerment that comes with diagnosis. And I didn't want anyone else to have to wait 48 years before hearing the word lipedema. When I couldn't find a podcast in Australia dedicated to lipedema, I decided to start my own, a place where warriors and professionals who service the community could share their stories, experiences, and expertise. While following lipedema warriors on Instagram, I found Tiana, me and my lipedema. I'm sure it came as a shock when this woman she had never met asked if she would co-host a podcast about lipedema. But she said yes, and the Lipoedema podcast was born. I am honoured to be kicking off today's proceedings and addressing my favourite topic, self-acceptance. Learning to accept all that I am was a life-changing experience. Today, I'm going to share with you the strategies I've learned and what I use to keep myself in check. As I mentioned, I am Shelley. I am a wife. I'm a mother. I'm an educator and a counsellor. But until 2019, I lived a very different life. The only achievement I was desperately seeking was to be thin. I believed that once I was thin, I would be successful. I believed I had to be thin to be beautiful. I believed once I was thin, I'd be more feminine. And that any happiness in my life was waiting for me once I was skinny enough. Once I reached that magic number. The image I had of myself in my head did not match what I saw in the mirror. And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't reach this unattainable image. My body image was warped. Before we go further, let's discuss what body image is. Body image is a term used to describe the thoughts, feelings, and attitudes we have about our bodies. They can be about our size, our shape, our skin complexion, colour, physical features, and appearance. Knowing that you are more than your physical appearance is a sign of having a positive body image. It's important to remember that body image does not refer to your physical appearance. It's how we believe we appear, and it's not a true representation of what we actually look like. I love this quote by Dr. Lindsay Kite. Positive body image isn't believing your body looks good, it's knowing your body is good, regardless of how it looks.
I'm worth it. It feels pretty good to say that. I'm worth it. It's magic, that phrase. And I'm sure you're probably thinking, well, that's easy for her to say. She's been sat in hair and makeup for hours to look like that. Of course she feels worth it. Because beauty can feel like a superpower, right? But this has to come off at some point. So the tricky part, the really tricky part for all of us, is knowing how to feel worth it without any of this. Because let's be honest, I really don't look like this all the time. I mean, who does? So then is what's left worth it? When we're younger, we often think that worth is all about our face or our body shape, or how much attention we get, or how popular we are, or how many likes you get compared to your friends. But it's not about any of that. I'm worth it is about owning your right to be you, to stand in your truth, with your body, your skin, and your face, which is going to change as the years pass. That's just a fact. But feeling brave enough to believe that you are worth it is something we can all help each other to do. And it's easier said than done. We've all got things that we criticize in ourselves and that we sometimes want to change or compare to others, our scars and imperfections and our differences. But all of those things make us exactly who we are. And perhaps as we all walk through the world, we can show up for each other without judgment, whatever our differences and however you identify, because in unity and with acceptance, we can be greater together. So let's lean on one another, celebrate each other, and know that with or without the makeup, being you, being authentically you, is all that matters. And that's worth it. So look in the mirror, however you are right now, whatever your hang-ups or your goals might be, put them aside for 1 second and let's try this together. Take a moment. I'm worth it. Say it again. I'm worth it. Because you are.
Oh, do you love that clip? I love that clip. Please raise your hand if you have ever felt anxious about clothes shopping or wearing certain clothes. Keep your hand raised if you ever felt dread about going to an event or even skipped an event because you were self-conscious about how you looked. Have you ever avoided having a picture taken or hidden at the back of a group photo? Have you scrolled through social media and felt doubt about your appearance? Please look around the room. This is negative body image. And our body image is on a continuum. It's not always negative and always positive. It can ride along that continuum from satisfied to dissatisfied. And that's a natural thing to happen.
I'm worth it.
So where does this warped self-image come from? 5 factors affect our self-image, and the statistics I use in this section are from the Butterfly Foundation. Family and generational. Being exposed to concerns around body image by those around you, especially during childhood and adolescence. These experiences greatly impact the way you view yourself. Witnessing a parent, family member, or friend worrying excessively about their appearance and the time and effort they put into improving or concealing their perceived flaw increases the chances that you will also worry about an aspect of your appearance. If you were exposed to strict rules around appearance or anxiety about how appearance will be judged by others, it is likely that you will also have put in place strict rules around how you show up and hold concerns that your appearance will be judged by others. I remember seeing my grandfather after my grandmother had died. I'd been on a diet and lost a lot of weight. When he saw me, he said, "Look at you. Your grandmother would be so proud." Nothing about me studying my teaching degree while raising 4 kids under 6. It was my weight that was my biggest accomplishment. Social and culture. Throughout history, and even in different current cultural groups, perceptions of beauty have varied greatly. For example, contrary to current Western ideals, being well above average weight in some cultures is viewed as a sign of wealth and prosperity. This view is not what sells dietary supplements, cosmetics, or fashion. and these industries' profit rely on us feeling not quite good enough. Puberty. Approximately 50% of pre-adolescent girls report body dissatisfaction. In a recent survey conducted by the Butterfly Foundation, 93% of adult respondents who reported developing body image concerns during their primary school years stated that their concerns got worse as they entered adolescence. At a time when we want to be accepted by others and fit in, along comes puberty with acne, weight gain, breast development, and other physical changes. If you are concerned about how you are developing too quickly or too slowly, or the previously acceptable or even attractive feature has changed unfavorably, this can increase your chances of becoming focused on and wanting to cover up that feature. Add to this the development of lipedema, and a young girl now has heavy sore legs and swelling that changes her body shape. Bullying. In a recent study conducted by the Butterfly Foundation, 65% of adult responders self-reported that appearance-related teasing contributed to their own body image eating concerns during primary school. 38% reported appearance-related bullying, repeated victimization, as a contributing factor. While not everyone who is teased or bullied about their appearance will go on to develop a negative body image, many people report specific memories of being bullied, especially during their adolescence. Regrettably, bullies will often focus on something that you may already be feeling insecure about. Even seemingly playful nicknames like Stretch for someone who is taller than average can leave them believing that others simply cannot see past that aspect of their appearance and are evaluating them solely based on how they look. In some cases, even witnessing such events happening to another person can increase your belief that others judge and accept their peers based primarily on appearance. Weight stigma. This refers to the stereotype that living in a larger body makes us unhealthy, self-indulgent, lacking willpower to stick to a diet, and living sedentary lives. Research found that there are children as young as 3 attributing negative qualities, such as lazy and mean, to images of children in larger bodies, and attributing positive qualities, such as nice and clever, to images of children with thinner bodies. From one global study with nearly 14,000 adults enrolled in a well-known weight loss program, between 76 to 88% reported experiencing weight shaming from a parent, sibling, or other family member in their life, while 72 to 81% being teased, bullied by classmates at school. For up to 30% of people, their first experience of weight stigma happened before the age of 10. There is a test you can take to evaluate your attitudes towards weight stigma, and if you hold these beliefs. It's called the Harvard Implicit Association Test, and I'll share a link on my website and a QR code on the next slide. We're going to pause here, as I want to acknowledge that this segment may have brought up some painful memories for some of the audience. Can you please place your hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach? We are going to take 5 deep belly breaths. As you breathe in, I want you to acknowledge the feelings that came up for you. As you exhale, we are going to visualize yourself expelling that feeling. I want you to take a deep breath in, filling up your tummy, and breathing out. That's 1. Deep breath in, filling up your tummy, and exhale. That's 2. Deep breath in, filling up your tummy, breathing out. That's 3. Deep breath in, filling up your tummy, and breathing out. That's 4. Deep breath in, filling up your tummy, breathing out. That's 5. Now let's gently shake our arms and have a little bit of a wiggle. I'm here today to teach you some practical tips for quashing these self-limiting beliefs, developing a positive body image, and give you the tools on the days where you don't feel yourself. The 7 steps to a magical life. They are media, affirmations, gratitude, intention, celebrate, abilities, and lifestyle functions. And we're going to go through each one now. When images such as these feature heavily in advertising, marketing, in media, in movies, and on social media, it is little wonder that we are led to believe that we are not enough. And truth be told, even the models in these campaigns do not look like that. Professional makeup artists, stylists, soft lighting, and airbrushing of photographs can all lead to the normalizing of what unrealistic and unattainable appearance standards. These unrealistic beauty standards represent less than 1% of the female population, leaving us doubting our own self-worth and feeding a billion-dollar diet and beauty industry. These figures are staggering, and this is why self-acceptance is a rebellious act. Not being at the mercy of industries that feed on your insecurities, knowing your worth, that you are enough just as you are, and that you are worthy of love and acceptance. Change is happening, and I, for one, am so ready for it. Brands are using diverse models in their advertising and extending their sizing to include a larger range. There are influencers who are showing up and being seen living their fabulous lives in larger bodies, becoming a beacon of change. This is culture jamming, sharing the raw and real parts of your life, unedited, unfiltered, and gloriously beautiful. In doing so, we inspire others to do the same. We give representation and show how diverse bodies are, and that differences don't make them less worthy of love and acceptance. The media. The first thing I encourage you to do is unfollow, unlike, and unsubscribe from any social media accounts that have you second-guessing your worth. A nourishing diet is more than the food we eat. It's the information we read, what we watch, and the people we surround ourselves with, both virtually and in person. Your newsfeed should empower and inspire you. It's for you to curate and change as you see fit. You could go a step further and make a vision board filled with pictures that make you feel great. Fill a board with fashion, hairstyles, holiday destinations, whatever makes you feel good. You could also look in your wardrobe. Any clothes hanging in there from when you are thinner, when you shrink into them, need to go. They are contributing to your feelings of shame, disappointment, and self-loathing. It's time to cull them. I want to address fashion. Trying on clothes and shopping for clothes can bring up all sorts of negative feelings. We are starting to see diverse bodies modeling clothes, and I have even noticed that some advertising has models in different sizes and lists the model's height and size she wears, which is a massive help for when you're wondering if a style will suit you. I shared this story a couple of years ago, and I think I gave a lot of women a heart attack. I was going on holiday to Hamilton Island to renew my wedding vows, and I wanted new swimmers. I decided to go into Seafold. I was looking through some racks and trying to find something I liked the look of. The sale assistant came up to me and asked if she could help. I said, yes, please. I'd like a bikini and a size 18. The world didn't explode. She didn't laugh. The other customers in the store didn't gasp. The sales assistant merely asked what colour I'd prefer and showed me what they had in stock. Let's remember, clothes are supposed to fit you, not you fit the clothes. Size is just a guide. I generally wear a size 18, so I know that if I go into a store, I should get the 18 and the 20 in case their sizing is different. It's not my body that has to conform to their sizes. It's their clothes that I want to fit my body. I also know that certain stores, although they carry a size 18, their 18 will not fit me. I don't get upset about it. I move on. If trying on clothes is too much, buy them and take them home to try. Check the store's return policy first. Most stores will allow a return for clothes that don't fit properly, and some online stores have brilliant return policies. Affirmations. Studies have shown that using positive affirmations can help us rewire our brains and change our outlook. Negative self-talk can become habitual, and because the thoughts and words we use shape our reality, it's an important habit to break. So if we want to feel better about our bodies and have more self-compassion and self-acceptance, we need to be more deliberate with our self-talk. I love something simple like, I am worthy just as I am. With affirmations, you can choose the level at which you practice them. You can spend 5 minutes in front of the mirror telling yourself, I am worthy just as I am. On days when I need a bit more of a push, I use, I am safe, I am grounded, I am protected, I am loved, all is well in my world. If mirror work doesn't work for you, you can write it in a journal or on post-it notes. The beauty of a post-it notes is that you can put them around the house, on your mirror, your car, or office for reminders throughout the day. Use these affirmations throughout the day, especially when you notice any negative self-talk creeping in. You can have different affirmations for different situations too. It is your thoughts we are reprogramming here, so you create as many affirmations as you need. I went to a training session on emotional freedom technique, EFT, tapping. Tapping combines tapping on targeted acupuncture points throughout the body and saying positive affirmations as you go. I asked the facilitator if the affirmations mattered or if you could just tap. He informed me that the affirmations were the powerful part of tapping. We are going to do an EFT exercise together. Our statement today is, I am worthy of love and acceptance. We're going to tap and say our statement 3 times. First, we're going to tap the side of our palm under our little finger. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Now we're going to move to the crown of your head. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Now to the outside of your edge of your eyebrow. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Now the outside of your eye. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Now the bone underneath your eye. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Now we're moving to between your nose and your upper lip. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Now we're going to go to our chin. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Collarbone. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Under our arm. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am worthy of love and acceptance. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Gratitude. We all get caught up on the pressures of life and don't take time to be grateful for all that we have. There is always the next thing to be thriving for. The bigger house, the nicer car, the promotion, the holiday you have been saving for. What about right now? Gratitude has been one of the best practices I've embraced into my life. It gives me clarity on where I am right now. I talk a lot about being in my head, stuck in my thoughts, and gratitude is a great way to bring me back. Let the universe know how grateful you are and abundance comes your way. I invite you to choose a part of your body and then tell it why you're grateful for it. For example, I am grateful for my legs because they allow me to explore new places. I'll give you a moment to write your gratitude. I am grateful for my because Is anyone comfortable to share their gratitude statement with us? Intention. When I first heard of living with intention or mindfulness, I went all in and went to a bunch of workshops to learn what it was all about. Every workshop was the same. Lay on the ground, deep breaths, listening to someone telling me what part of the body I should be focusing on. The entire time I was fidgeting. My mind wanted to be anywhere but on this floor breathing. I have since come to understand that mindfulness is about being present. No matter where you are or what you are doing, we are paying attention in the moment, being fully engaged, going about your daily life with intention. My favorite mindfulness activity has been incorporating a loofah and body wash to my shower routine. The scent of the body wash, teamed with scratchy lathering of the loofah, is a great way to zone in and shower myself with love and care. I take this time to practice appreciation for my body, noticing any changes. And since learning about lymph, I now add in dry brushing and self-massage to get my lymph flowing. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding activity is a great way to bring yourself back to the present. And it's really good to use if you're with your children or grandchildren as well. List 5 things you can see. List 4 things you can touch. List 3 things you can hear. List 2 things you can smell. List 1 thing you can taste. Celebrate. Celebrate your wins. Every day is different in the world of lipedema management. Some days we don't even have the energy to get out of bed, and some days we hit every conservative measure we have. We need to not beat ourselves up on the days when we are fatigued and in pain. We need to celebrate the wins, no matter how small. Some days you will have heaps to celebrate, and other days it may be that you got out of bed. And on the days that getting out of bed is your greatest achievement, it needs to be celebrated. Abilities. Next, we aim our focus on our qualities, abilities, and achievements. The purpose of this exercise is to show you that you are more complex a person than your weight, your nose, your legs, or however have you been defining yourself up until this point. We're going to do this activity together, and you can download it from the website to do when you get home. In the center of the figure on the left, I want you to write the thing that is holding you back from living your best life. For me, it is my size, so I will write weight. In the figure on the right, I'm going to write all my qualities, abilities, achievements, and roles that make me who I am. I am a mum. I am kind. I'm a good listener. I'm compassionate. I'm generous, fun, creative, friendly, smart, healthy, curious, organized, reliable, independent, passionate, and supportive. You are a person with many qualities, abilities, and achievements, both within and without you. If more of your time, thinking, emotions, and behavior are shared amongst all these things, rather than fixed on that one aspect of your appearance that you dislike, then you will be well on the path to building body acceptance and building a better life. Research from the field of social psychology has shown that thinking of ourselves in more complex ways can contribute to a greater well-being. Living and functionality. Focusing on body functionality has been related to a greater body satisfaction, body appreciation, and lower self-objectification. The idea behind this approach is that we live in an appearance-obsessed culture, which can encourage us to place too much importance on how we look. This, in turn, can lead to a more negative body image. Therefore, focusing on what the body is able to do can help us to regain a more balanced perspective toward our body. If you are like me, I spent years disassociating from my body. I was lost in a cycle of restrictive eating and punishing exercise, paying little to no attention to what my body needed. Injury, exhaustion, sickness, I was weak and pushed myself to go harder. No pain, no gain, right? Oh, so wrong. If you have pen and paper or want to write notes on your phone, please get ready for the next strategy. We will go through it together, but I encourage you to make notes as well. Let's look at parts of the body and their basic functions. The brain. What can it do? It can think, create, organize, dream. What about your hair? It can grow, curl. Your eyes, they can see, they can explore, take in new sights. Your nose, it can smell, can twitch. Your ears, they can listen. Your mouth can kiss, eat, communicate. Your hands can touch, hold, connect. Your lungs, they can inhale and exhale. Your feet can step, balance, dance. Your legs can skip, stand, walk. Your tummy can rumble, can breathe in and out, and it's good at giving us warnings when something's not right. Your heart can beat, love, and pump, and your arms can embrace, wrap, stretch, and lift. Let's now think of the things your body allows you to do. Get out of bed, walk along the beach, smell fresh coffee, watch the sunrise, squeeze a loved one's hand, comfort your children, snuggle a pet, sing, dance, or bop to music. Let's recap. These are my 7 steps to a magical life. Media. Clear out your social media, get in the photos, and find your style. Affirmations. Stick them everywhere. Intention. Be present. Celebrate even the smallest of wins. Abilities. Reflect on your abilities and qualities not related to your appearance. Lifestyle and function. Focus on lifestyle functionality over aesthetics. Thank you for joining me today. My hope is that the strategies we have explored today will empower you to step out of the shadows and become an active participant in your life. Before I sign off, do we have any questions? When we started the Lipoedema podcast, we relied on word of mouth and existing connections.
Our following has happened organically, and we are so honoured by your support.
As we learn more about the world of social media and algorithms, we have a request.
When you are listening to our podcast or watching on YouTube, let us know what you think.
Hit follow or subscribe.
Leave us a comment or write a review.
The more engagement we get, the more our message is shared.
And the greater our reach to those women suffering in silence.
Thank you for listening to the Lipoedema podcast. Lipedema and its symptoms vary from individual to individual. The opinions and advice voiced in this podcast are of a personal nature and used for educational purposes.
Please take away from this podcast what resonates with you, and please see your GP or preferred specialist for diagnosis and healthcare. We are Shelley and Tiana from the Lipoedema podcast. Until our next episode, bye for now.